Good evening. A congressional career is in ruins tonight. A politician in disgrace and a famous program for young people on Capitol Hill is once again under intense scrutiny. Florida Republican Congressman Mark Foley resigned today, effective immediately, after sexually explicit messages sent to underage boys surfaced as a result of an ABC News investigation. The boys were congressional pages. Congressman Foley championed anti-pornography legislation, and he co-chaired a committee to protect missing and exploited children. Our chief investigative correspondent, Brian Ross, who broke this story, joins us now. Brian, it's an amazing story.
Indeed, Terry. Foley's resignation came just hours after ABC News questioned the congressman about a series of sexually explicit instant messages involving the congressional pages, high school students who are under 18 years of age. In Congress, Foley was part of the Republican leadership and the chairman of the House caucus on missing and exploited children. He crusaded for tough laws against those who use the internet for sexual exploitation of children.
They're sick people. They need mental health counseling. They certainly don't need to be interacting with children.
But according to several former congressional pages, the congressman himself used the internet to engage in sexually explicit exchanges. They say he used the screen name MAF54 on these messages provided to ABC News. You in your boxers, too? Nope, just got home. I had a college interview that went late. Well, strip down and get relaxed. Another message. What you wearing? T-shirt and shorts. Love to slip them off of you. And this one. Do I make you a little horny? A little. Cool. The language gets much more graphic. Too graphic to be broadcast. And at one point, the congressman appears to be describing internet sex. Federal authorities say such messages could result in Foley's prosecution under some of the same laws he helped to enact.
Well, it adds up to soliciting underage children for sex. And what it amounts to is serious both state and federal violations that could potentially get you a number of years.
Foley's resignation letter was submitted late this afternoon, and he left Capitol Hill without speaking to reporters. In a statement, he said he was deeply sorry and apologized for letting down his family and the people of Florida. But he made no mention of the internet messages or the pages. One former page tells ABC News that his entire class was warned about Foley by people involved in the program. Other pages told ABC News they were hesitant to report Foley because of his power in Congress. This all came to a head in the last 24 hours. Yesterday, we asked the congressman about some much tamer emails from one page, and he said he was just being overly friendly. After we posted that story online, we began to hear from a number of other pages who sent these much more explicit instant messages. When the congressman realized we had them, he resigned, Terry.
Very disturbing story, Brian. Tell us about this congressional page program. What kind of safeguards are involved in Capitol Hill for the young people who come to serve there?
This is a much coveted program for high school students who come from around the country to experience what Washington is like. 23 years ago, there was a similar scandal in which many congressmen were accused of having sex with interns. Supposedly, safeguards were put in place. Today, the Speaker of the House, Dennis Hassard, announced the House will now begin yet another investigation to see if there are other congressmen and other pages who had similar situations.
Very disturbing, as I say. Brian Ross, thanks for that exclusive report.